And the stream is still going. How about that? Or not the stream, the server. Or is it? Hold on.
Sorry, I'm just gonna listen to you for a second.
Alright. Did I not turn on my headset? Oh, there we go.
Level.
The Ballad of the Level Boost. You guys ready? Here we go. That's good. I'm gonna resize it.
Now, I know what you're thinking. You see the title, you see the video duration, and you're like, oh god, it's finally happened.
Yep.
He's gone postal. No worries, I'm fine. Honestly, it's just a big change with the game, so naturally, it warrants a big video, that's all.
Yep.
So, as you may know, the level boost was announced for TBC Classic recently. There's been a lot of discussion surrounding it, and I wanted to weigh in myself here.
Okay.
I want to go on record here saying that I didn't want to make this video. I know that's like the biggest cliche on YouTube.
Me too, because I'm
but
lazy.
Really, it's true. This is an unpleasant subject for me. The discussion surrounding it is very toxic.
Yes.
I know it's going to make a lot of people...
I think that the conversation around it has been really toxic too. The reason why I think that it's been really toxic is because people have been able to portray the different positions as basically they've like mischaracterized them in a negative way. So they say that the streamers that are for it are just for it because they're out of touch losers, and generally there's like a large contingency of like the classic WoW community that just reflexively dislikes streamers. So I think that it makes it very easy for them to kind of paint people in a bad light and then vilify them in that way. And I think on the other side it's obviously like lazy casuals.
People angry. And to that end, just keep in mind, it is my opinion, and it isn't meant to make anyone angry.
Well, it did.
Anyone who's a regular to the channel can probably guess that I'm against it.
Yeah.
In general, I'm not a fan of cash shops. They do work and they make sense in some games, but I personally think that they don't in Classic, as I'll explain. But whatever the case is, I want to stress constructiveness in this video. I said that there's...
What? Is that Mr. Dog?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Yep.
As I was saying, I said that there's been a lot of discussion about it, but really, it's more just arguing and toxicity. It's hard to find a discussion where people are debating the points. It seems to me that people are more debating that they're 100% correct, and
Yeah.
the other
This is a
person
little
is
buggy.
100% incorrect,
I would
which
have never.
usually isn't the way that
But I don't know if this is a vanilla thing or if it's just the server thing.
Like, I guarantee you that there's a certain percentage of people who just heard me say that I'm against the boost, so the switch has flipped on,
Yep.
and they're thinking that anything and everything this guy could possibly say is irrelevant
Is wrong.
and incorrect.
That's right.
It literally doesn't matter what I could say. It could turn out that foregoing the level boost would lead to world peace and pure happiness for everyone on Earth. There would still be those who would reply, yeah, but that's not fair to those who don't have time to level. Stop being selfish, you nerd.
Then why are you playing an MMO?
Really, let's be honest here, that's not a discussion. I've invested...
There's plenty of jump in and play games that you can do.
And researching this topic.
I mean, like, if there's a way to invest an unhealthy amount of time into something WoW related, Mage Season has probably not only done it, but then made a video that he's invested an unhealthy amount of time in making the video about doing it and the process of doing it. So, yes, this is accurate.
In the past 3-ish weeks, I've been reading forums, talking one-on-one with Blizzard developers, streamers, YouTubers, players, the works. And if you truly care about the game as much as the guy who spent approximately 120 hours of his life...
That's another thing about playing on your own server single player with bots, is that you don't have to worry about how long you're playing the game or falling behind your friends or anything like that, because you're just playing with bots. And they only level up when the server's on. And if you turn the server off, then everything's the same.
life, making a 1-hour video about the recreation of a 15-year-old video game. You listen to my points just as much as I've listened to yours.
Yeah, okay.
So I just wanted to put it out here that the overall goal of this video is to have an actual discussion about a pretty major feature coming to DBC Classic. The biggest thing is to not take it personally. The goal of this video isn't even to necessarily sway your opinion, it's to let you know exactly what you're getting with the level boost, because it's not just a level boost. It comes with many strings attached, and these strings have the potential to tear down core design pillars that make Classic World of Warcraft Classic World of Warcraft.
I agree with
this
this.
world-ending thing? Of course not, but at the end of the day, this is a...
Oh, I kind of just walked right by him, like he wasn't gonna aggro or something.
And that it will indeed have cascading effects, as I'll explain.
I agree with
So
that.
forgive me for the extra long intro, but I just wanted to front load it with all of this because, as I said, it's been rather nasty and sensitive.
The thing is, like, the people are so fucking nuts nowadays, he has to actually start the video out with a 3-minute disclaimer. Like, he has to. Like, or there's gonna be like a million hate threads about it.
It was going to be anyway.
This year's BlizzCon revealed many details about the highly anticipated recreation of Blizzard's hit 2007 expansion to World of Warcraft.
You might as well get all the mileage you can out of them.
The word of the day is changes. Video game re-releases are always tricky because there's a special balance that you want to hit in recreating the original game, but at the same time sticking true to what made it special. And as hard as that is, it's even harder for MMOs because you always have that multiplayer aspect. What other people do has an effect on your gameplay, either directly or indirectly, so from the get-go, developers are in this dilemma. Many of us saw in Vanilla Classic the repercussions of staying
Casty,
too
thanks
true
for
to the original.
Thanks for 10 subs.
The no changes method, in an attempt to preserve the original experience as much as possible, was
I hate to say it, but like one of the coolest things in Classic is everybody taking the Griffin at the same time. I think that's fucking badass.
sabotaged in
I
some
love
ways as they learned that recreating the game versus recreating the experience are two very different things.
Very
And you
true.
saw this in the form of world buffs, raid logging, and the general easy difficulty of raiding, to name just 3. Back then, the idea of changes was unheard of. I always joke that people would freak out over their farts smelling different because that's what it seemed like, and the idea of a level boost would have sent the community into nuclear overdrive. But
Well,
as
the thing is, like, also, realistically, Classic WoW is like an entire experience of like levels 1 to 60. Like TBC
Yep,
is really just an
exactly.
update of 58 to,
Exactly.
to 70.
Exactly.
So it is different, but at the same time, leveling in TBC
Classic WoW is all about the leveling. Retail WoW is all about the rating and the end game. Vanilla Classic WoW obviously has good end game. It's, you know, it's just more. It's more about the questing and the leveling than anything else.
was still something that many people did.
And the problem is they expanded so much on endgame content that it lowered the replayability of the game entirely.